Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm AC Hokett.
And I'm Victor Fierro.
Criminal charges against individuals involved in the New Mexico State University men's basketball hazing scandal are a possibility.
That's according to a spokesperson from the New Mexico Office of the Attorney General. A letter obtained by the Las Cruces Sun-News via public records request shows the Doña Ana County District Attorney declined to bring charges and will forward the case to the Attorney General. District Attorney Gerald Byers says the Attorney General's office is better able to handle the scope of the investigation. This comes the day after two former Aggie basketball players and one of the players' father sued the university over allegations of hazing and sexual harassment. Possible charges could include false imprisonment, criminal sexual contact, and criminal sexual penetration. According to the Sun News, if convicted, the accused would likely face prison and be forced to register as sex offenders. Jaden is next with a look at weather.
Good evening. Taking a look at our current conditions today. The skies were nice and sunny with a temp at 79 degrees. Winds were west at 10 miles per hour. Humidity at 7%. Dew point at 10.2 and barometer at 29.72. Taking a look at our high today, we got to an 80 degrees with an average of 77. Low 49 degrees. The record back in 2017 was 88.8. Low in 2013 was 41 degrees. We had no rain, so it leaves our yearly rainfall at 0.57. That's all for the weather. Back to the desk.
Stay tuned. Jaden will be back with your national forecast. Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
where news matters. Jaden is next with the look at your national weather forecast.
Thanks, AC. Taking a look at our national maps, I'm showing you here a severe thunderstorm line that's stretching all the way from the Texas coast all the way up to Detroit and Indianapolis. Severe storm warning for Houston, Corpus Christi, and parts of San Antonio. If you take a look over at my next map here, you can see the more detailed hail warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings stretching all the way from San Antonio all the way up into Chicago. Taking a look at my next map after this one, we have tonight's temps all around the nation. We have Oklahoma at 47 degrees, 50 degrees in St. Louis, Chicago at 47, Minneapolis at 36, Albuquerque at 37 degrees, and then finally El Paso at 54 degrees. That's all for your national weather. I'll be back after the break with your local forecast. Welcome back. Taking a look at our local temperatures here today across the state. Santa Fe's at 53 degrees, Gallup at 58, Socorro at 71, Ruidoso at 63, Las Cruces we're at 78, and Deming at 78 degrees as well. Taking a look for tomorrow, Santa Fe's at 57, Albuquerque 67, Clovis 71, Roswell 79, Las Cruces 80 degrees tomorrow just like today, and Deming at 79 degrees. Taking a look at our neighboring cities, Alamogordo is low and clear tonight with a 47 degrees, and tomorrow sunny days with a high of 73. Truth or Consequences has a clear tonight with a low of 46, and tomorrow sunny days as well with a high of 78. Silver City, low 39, and tomorrow clear days with a high of 72. And Las Cruces, low tonight of 49 degrees with nice clear skies, and tomorrow will also be very sunny with a high of 80 degrees. That's all for your local weather. Back to the desk.
Spring has officially sprung and local artists come together for Chalk the Walk at the Museum of Art in downtown Las Cruces.
From vibrant murals to self-portraits to sacred art to fun and funky, artists took advantage of the weather this past weekend for Chalk the Walk. Current window painter Lorenzo Braulio Zepeda is the organizer and featured artist. Paints his daughter only using chalk and washable paint.
No particular reason, taking advantage of the fact that people congregate in the market, but also for some years now people have been asking about this kind of event. I've been doing window painting for a few years now, so I like temporary installations, things that just go away.
All of the artists brought their own chalks, paints, techniques, and had 5 hours to finish an original chalk piece in front of the museum's patio.
Well, everyone has a different process. Typically, I lean more towards oil paint, so I layer and I do a lot of underpainting with transparent colors underneath. So today I approached it that way, just as a shortcut.
These local artists like Lorenzo and Domericato have been doing this for years because they love it and they enjoy it. The Las Cruces Community and Art Museum plan to invite these artists once again for future events.
For such a small city, there's such a concentration of very skilled artists who do commissions all over town. A great way to start the spring season. I'm Arkady Shirsat, News 22.
And Ben is next with sports.
Thanks, Victor. Coming up in sports, yet another pro sports team is relocating. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Schlittler, and let's talk sports. After being thrown to the wolves Tuesday night against UNM, the Aggie baseball team is getting ready for a road series against Tarleton State. Though it may seem like a series between two WAC bottom feeders, both teams are getting red hot at the right time. The Aggies are the hottest team in the WAC and have won their last 4 conference games. And the Texans are also vastly improving, winning 4 of their last 5 games. The series will be in Stevensville, and you can watch it on ESPN+. Well, the NMSU softball team is hosting the UTA Mavericks this weekend, and they're looking to put the haunting memories of last weekend behind them. After back-to-back heartbreaking losses, including a failed comeback bid against Tarleton State, the team is hoping to regain momentum. UTA are also in the same position. They've lost their last 2 games by a combined score of 13-5 and have only won 1 of their last 6 games. Game will be here in Las Cruces this Friday and Saturday and is streaming on ESPN Plus and WAC International. After a successful weekend in Long Beach, today the NMSU track team will square off against blood rivals UNM in the Don Kirby Tailwind Open. Jana Downey is looking to capitalize off the momentum she gained at the Beach Invitational, where she won the 200-meter dash while recording the 2nd fastest time in the entire WAC. There were a lot of impressive performances last week in Long Beach, and the Aggies are looking to tame the Wolves today in Albuquerque. And shout out to the NMSU football team for playing their spring game tonight. That's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow, and still ahead on News 22, Jaden will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast. But first, today is a day for doppelgangers. More on this when News 22 continues.
Let's take a look at our top stories. The case between 2 Aggie basketball players that are suing the university over allegations of hazing and sexual harassment has been forwarded to and will be handled by the New Mexico Attorney General. SpaceX Starship spacecraft successfully lifted off today, but didn't get far before exploding over the Gulf of Mexico.
You might say this National Day gives identical twins an advantage, and you're right. April 20th is National Look-alike Day. While twins can pull that off easily, don't count yourself out. Try searching through your closet to find a perfect look to match with someone all day long. Maybe it's a friend or even a celebrity you have a passing resemblance to. Fun fact, National Look-alike Day started in the 1980s when some reporters in Pittsburgh saw a man who looked just like Humphrey Bogart, so they wrote up a story on him.
And now we're going to go back to Jaden for a look at our 5-day weather forecast.
Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, it will be nice and sunny on Friday with a high of 80 and a low of 51. Saturday also sunny, high of 89. Sunday we're going to get some clouds in the sky, partly cloudy with a high of 83 and a low of 52. Monday nice and sunny, high of 86 and a low of 55. And then finally Tuesday, winds will be picking back up again with a high of 83 and a low of 54. That's all for your local forecast. Back to the desk.
And that's all for News 22 Thursday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Tune in next week for more news. I'm AC Hockett.
And I'm Victor Fierro, and from the whole News 22 team, AC, Jaden, Ben, and myself, good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, les saluda Zaira Sánchez con las breves de Noticias 22. Oficiales de la patrulla fronteriza interceptaron un total combinado de 17 libras de fentanilo y metanfetamina en un solo intento de contrabando en el puente internacional Paso del Norte. La incautación tuvo lugar el 15 de abril cuando un ciudadano estadounidense de 20 años llegó de México a través de los carriles de vehículos. El individuo fue referido para una inspección secundaria del vehículo y fue ahí donde los agentes localizaron múltiples paquetes ocultos que contenían más de 13 libras de metanfetamina y casi 4 libras de fentanilo. Los narcóticos y el vehículo fueron incautados por agentes y el individuo fue entregado a investigaciones de seguridad nacional para una mayor investigación. De acuerdo a la demanda mencionada el día de ayer en contra de la Junta de Regentes de la Universidad por parte de los familiares de las víctimas, las posibilidades de que se presenten cargos criminales en relación con las alegaciones de novatadas en el equipo de baloncesto de la Universidad Estatal de Nuevo México siguen incrementándose. Esto de acuerdo con un portavoz de la Oficina del Fiscal General de Nuevo México. Cabe recordar que una carta fue obtenida a través de una solicitud de registros públicos en donde se indica que el fiscal del distrito remitió el caso a la Oficina del Fiscal General. Los posibles cargos podrían incluir encarcelamiento falso, contacto sexual criminal y penetración sexual criminal. Esto siguiendo lo que los informes describieron. Si es declarado culpable, los acusados podrían enfrentar prisión y se verían obligados a registrarse como delincuentes sexuales. Gracias por acompañarnos. No olviden seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales. Buenas noches.